Hey guys, what's up? This is Maeglin and here I have another 3 vs 3 video on run, of course. I'm playing with my clan, the Balkan clan. This time my teammates are Piero and Predator, and we're playing against very strong opponents, Hitman, Streetboy and Rubio. This time I am men, Predator is goblins and Piero is dwarves. Of course, I'm starting with cavalry to put some pressure on my opponents. And yes, unfortunately, as you can see, Streetboy is Mordor. It's always bad to be up against Mordor because Felbeast slows you down a lot. You can see already I need Erwin for defense, and Erwin costs 1200, so yeah, it slows my offense a lot, because with that 1200 I could have made one unit of Rohirrim and also one more farm instead of Erwin. So yeah, Mordor is a lot of trouble for us.
We've completed this one. We will have victory.
I will fight for our people.
I have also seen that Rubio, who is in the opposite side of mine, is dwarves, so it's always bad to play against dwarves and starting with cavalry. So I know that if Rubio comes with his glowing and with some spearmen, I will be in a lot of trouble, because I will definitely need some swordmen to be able to hold his attack off. And this is why I want to make a barrack with one of my builders to produce some swordmen and be able to defend if I face an attack from Rubio. Here comes Streetboy's Felbeast. Of course I have my Erwin, but I don't want to use her spear yet. But as you can see, Rubio is coming in with his glowing, and he's already making a forward mine. I'm in a lot of trouble right here. I definitely know I'm gonna need some help. So this is why I'm asking some help from my teammates. Of course, Streetboy is moving Felbeast, as you can see on the map, to Del Piero's fort. So Del Piero is in a lot of trouble right now too. I want to move my Erwin there to help him, but I also need to coordinate a defense to hold back Rubio's attack. A second barrack, of course, will be needed to produce swordmen faster, replace those who are dying, and make more units faster.
I will smite the enemy down.
Soldier battalion standing by. Stand ready. Make ready.
And yeah, as you can see, Rubio has already come in my base. Fortunately, I have Theoden, who provides leadership for my troops. This is a big advantage. Leadership is always going to be needed, but here Del Piero comes to provide some help. Of course, he is bringing his King Dane, so leadership is no longer important, since King Dane provides leadership as well.
Rise up against this evil.
And yeah, Predator comes along with his Spider Riders, switched on arrow, of course, to help us defend. And here Streetboy moves his Felbeast near our side. I don't know why he did that. He knew I had Erwin, I think he did. And yeah, here I use her spear throw and kill it. So Felbeast down, obviously a very good start. And of course I know I'm gonna need my heal structure, but as you can see here, I use mine, and after that Del Piero uses his. Very bad cooperation by us, by Del Piero and me. We should have talked earlier and figure out who should have used his heal structure first. Of course, we thought that Felbeast might attack Predator's base to destroy his spider pit and slow us down a bit, but and yeah, Del Piero had told me then that he would use his heal structure first on Predator's spider pit. And this means that he had chosen heal structure and I didn't. So maybe I should have waited a little longer for Del Piero to use his skill structure, since I know he had chosen it. But you know, guys, in the middle of a fight, most of the times you're not thinking straight. I didn't think of those things when I was playing. The fight was very intense. So yeah, I used mine, and after that Del Piero used his. But no worries, since we managed to save my fort after all. And things look good right now. We have crippled Mordor since we killed his Felbeast, and now we only have to worry about Hitman, who is goblins. Rubio has lost his glowing and most of his troops, so he will not pose a threat for the next few minutes. And of course, after a successful defense, the best way to go is to attack right away. And as you can see, Del Piero is already asking, where should we attack? Of course, no one answered to him, but you know, sometimes things, you don't have to talk about many things during a game. You can just see your teammates' moves and follow them. In this case, I could see that Del Piero was already making a forward mine, so I knew that there was no need for me to say attack the dwarf, which is obviously the best case. And yeah, right now I have some money to produce some Rohirrim, and as you can see, my Theoden is nearly level 4. So I will have the glorious charge soon. I will be a lot stronger in offense. Right now I want to help Del Piero with my swordmen as much as I can, and also keep my Theoden somewhere close to the fight in order to level up and reach level 4 eventually. Here Hitman uses his Spider Riders very good. I think Del Piero should have made some more spearmen to protect us from Spider Riders. He had around 3 or 4 units of Guardians and 1 unit of Spearmen. I think he should have made 3 or 4 units of Spearmen and a couple of units of Guardians. Anyway, so time to attack his fort now. I think he still has glowing or not. I'm not sure.
Stay sharp. Let's go now.
But here Mordor brings his reinforcements to help his teammate defend.
Build it quick. They have set a beacon for us. It's the enemy.
I want to get some more Rohirrim and maybe Eomer as well to provide some resources for every building I destroy, and attack Rubio's fort. But I can see now that, as you can see, Del Piero asked for my heal. I gave it to him right away, and I can see that he won't last much longer. So it's time for me to attack. I know I can't wait no more. Of course, there is a very large force concentrated there. I'm not sure if I can take Rubio's fort down, but as you can see, he had already used his heal structure, so I know things look good. I'm gonna try anyway. And there you go, here starts my attack. Of course, not the best position for my Rohirrim, but as you could see, he had some spearmen on the back and some spearmen on the top. This was the only opening for me to attack his fort. So I do believe that this is the best position I could take during that time on his fort. But yeah, I do know now that no way of taking down his fort. Its health is lowering very slow. So I try to draw back, I will try now to draw back as many of my Rohirrim as I can to save most of them. And produce some more along with Theoden again to make a final attack and destroy his fort. As you can see, I lost my entire troops there, and the bad thing is that those guys have a very large force concentrated on the bottom, and of course they are all very good players. They are going to act the same way as we did, which is after successfully have defended, they are going to try and attack. So I know I'm going to face an attack soon. Now Predator here tries an attack in the middle with his Spider Riders. I'm not sure about that. We knew that we were going to face an attack soon. We had lost all of our armies, and his Spider Riders would be a very helpful defensive mechanism. Of course, if he could take down one of our opponent's forts, then it would be okay. But remember, if we start attacking alone, those guys are going to defend together and they are going to kill our armies much faster. It's always best to attack together and defend together in 3 versus 3. And yeah, as you can see, Predator has lost his entire army and he did some damage to Hitman's fort, but not much damage. I mean, it would be much better if he had attacked Hitman's spider pit to slow him down in producing Spider Riders a bit. And yeah, as you can see here, Rubio is coming in again with his army. His glowing is 9.5. It will be very bad if he reaches level 10, almost impossible to defend then. I know my cavalry will not do any good in defense, so I want to move on the back and sneak attack him. But right here I didn't see that Mordor was behind with so many spearmen, and unfortunately my cavalry ran over them and I lost my Theoden. Worst case scenario, if I knew that this would happen, I would at least keep my Theoden on the back with his glorious charge to try and defend my base as much as he could. And yeah, I don't have many forces right now to defend. Predator doesn't have many forces either, since he lost his entire army on attacking. Piero is making some army, but he will not be able to help me soon enough. Things look very bad right now, and yeah, unfortunately here I lose my Eowyn from glowing, and I provide him with the last level of upgrade. He is level 10 now, and again here very bad communication from me and Del Piero. We healed the structure together and probably wasted one of our power points, simply because I was playing so fast here. I was trying to do my best in defense. I couldn't pay much attention to what the other guy was doing. I saw my fort was nearly destroyed and I chose to use my heal structure. You know, most of the times I think it is best if the player who is under attack uses his heal structure first. Besides that, I think that if Piero was going to use his heal structure first, maybe he could have used it a little earlier, a little sooner. Anyway, it doesn't matter, guys. You know, the fight was so intense that it goes without saying that some of us would do some mistakes. I did some mistakes myself. Heal structure was one of them, and besides that, I think I lost my Theoden with my cavalry very easily. Of course, I couldn't see that Mordor was behind. I thought that I would sneak attack the dwarf and take down his fort with that amount of force that I had. So yeah, this is a very bad situation here. I have lost my fort, of course. Some of my teammates have sent me some money and I will be able to make another fort soon, but that's not the point. The point is that those guys have a very strong offense right now, with Hitman having so many spider riders, and of course Rubio's glowing is level 10. And the one who will have to defend right now is Del Piero, who is dwarf, so not the best scenario to try and defend with dwarves.
This one is finished. They're attacking the farms. We got work to do. Let's build it.
The bad thing when you lose your base is that you lose all your farms with it, and you don't have many command points after that. As you can see, I have only 250 command points. Of course, I don't have any army yet, but say I wanted to make some barracks and help my teammate defend. I couldn't make a very large army, only 4 battalions means 240, and now I lost another farm, so 200 command points means 3 battalions. This is why it is bad to lose your fort, because most of the times you also lose your base. Here Del Piero is trying a final attack to Rubio's fort.
Let's get working.
But as you can see here, his fort has been rebuilt. So no chances of taking him down. And yeah, things look very bad right now. As you must have figured out, the game is not going well for us. I guess it doesn't matter what we'll do right now. Of course, after I will have my fort, maybe I could make some Rohirrim and get back Theoden and be able to attack again. But as you can see, Streetboy has his Witch King now, so things will be very difficult for me regarding offense.
Where do I go with this?
Right now I'm not sure what I want to make. I want to make an archery range and produce some rangers to help my teammates defend. I want to get Boromir. Of course, he's definitely going to be needed if we're going to play defense, but like I told you, the important thing here is to focus either on attacking or defending, not both. It's impossible for me to have money to produce an army for offense as well for defense. So I want to capture that outpost, that inn that gives you special units. Of course, in my case, it gives me rangers with the price of 250 only. And as you can see, no point for me making more farms. I mean, I have 450 command points. They are enough. But here Predator is facing a very strong attack on the top, and Del Piero is facing also a very strong attack on the bottom. Fell beasts are coming in now, 2 of them. Of course, I don't have Eowyn yet. My Boromir is still level 1, I don't have the Horn of Gondor. And yeah, here Del Piero is definitely losing his base. He doesn't have hill structure yet, and even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to defend it. So game is over. Of course, after Del Piero, I am going to lose my fort next. But I do believe that it was a very good game. As you could see, at the first 10 minutes, all 6 armies were concentrated on the bottom left corner near my base. And after we defended, we attacked, and then all 6 armies were concentrated on the bottom right corner. And of course, after that, again, we were facing an attack from most of the armies on my base again. This goes to show that in 3 versus 3 it's very important to play together, attack together, defend together. Those guys did that, our opponents, and look at how hard it was to keep them back. Of course, we did manage to hold back the first attack, but this is when we tried to defend together. And of course, we did attack together, but then they defended all together. So again, this was very hard for us to hold back. Although a small game, I do believe that it was a very good match, very good fight. And although I recorded it live, you could see most of those good fights since they happened near my base. Unfortunately, we did not have a rematch. Rubio had to go after this match. But yeah, maybe we will play again with those guys in the future, and we will have another good match.
Our ally has fallen to the enemy. We've lost many soldiers. A builder has fallen.
So this is it, guys. Predator is holding up a little bit longer, with some of his barracks scattered around the map. I don't think there is any need for you to see this. I mean, the game goes on for another 5 or 6 minutes with those guys looking for Predator's barracks. No point on watching this. Even I am not watching as an observer. I just sit back and relax and talk a little bit with Del Piero. So I'm going to close this video right now, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, very good fights we saw in this video, and see you guys around.